Stop. Button. Speech off.
Okay, so I feel like there is a bit of a disconnect. And I feel like there are some gaps that I did not fill in, and I'm going to fill those in now. And after yesterday, you were watching, I'm recording this on the 16th, but it's going to be uploaded on the 17th for the sake of, today is Bree's birthday. I'm going to upload a cover of a song, and it's an Alec Benjamin song. I mean, you guys are probably, you guys probably have seen it already by now, but today's the 16th. Gonna record, or not record, I'm already recording. I'm gonna upload this tomorrow. I just woke up. I'm gonna upload this tomorrow. So I feel like the relationship between me and my mom has like deteriorated since the elementary school stuff. I'm gonna lay it all out for you. I feel like I can set everything aside during the holidays, during birthdays mostly, but like during the holidays and like when it's close to the end of the year and all these vibes and everything, you know what I mean. During that time, it's like I can set it all aside, right? With the occasional argument or jab from me or whatever. But for the most part, it's like we can set everything aside. And then comes, just the rest of the year. We operate how we normally operate. And then, I don't know. Hold on.
Speak. Done. Dim. Done. Pause. Button.
Our
Speech off.
relationship has, it's so.
Speech on. To IODR 18. 11:24 a.m. Speech off.
But you're gonna hear me turn on my Braille Sense. I need to add a couple of to-dos on my to-do list. When to get this shit done. Because I'm kind of like right now. So let me explain what happened on week one, because when I upload my college era stuff, you're gonna be hearing week one. Or, you've probably heard me mention week one in a couple other videos, and you probably may or may not have seen my rant about the San Ysidro campus and how if I stayed one more semester, I would like to go there because I am sick and tired already of some of the things I've noticed on the main campus. Y'all, I have not sent that email yet, because those photos, the ones where I'm standing in that little desnivel, like in the little hole, I'm like, I've found a way to be able to explain that, but at the same time, it's like, and if there's one thing that I've learned, things get misconstrued. I don't want to be in another situation where things get misconstrued. I just don't like it. I can't. By the time you've seen this, I probably might have already sent it, but it's like, I'm scared of things getting misconstrued. I've been through it too many times. And a lot of this is like my fault because I don't explain things clearly. Like, I did not explain things clearly. And now I try to do that no matter who it hurts. Because that's one of the things now in 2025 where a switch flipped, especially after, transferring counselors, where I'm like, okay, I am going to have to be a certain way now that I don't have that lucky break, that kind of protection that I had in like 2020 to 2022. Or not, well, 2024, part of 2024, yeah. Why am I getting 2022? It's because my lucky break ended in 2024. Let me put it that way. Come on, Braille Sense. Come on. Baby boy, well, baby girl. I'm not that girl that calls her Braille Sense a him. Anyways. Nah, because mine is a girl. I have it on the Google voice, and I like the girl voice that it has, and that's the only voice that's like available when it comes to the Google one. When it comes to Braille Sense Vocalizer or whatever it's called, there are more voices that are on there, or you can download them. I have the Samantha voice, and I also have Luciana, which I think is like Brazilian, and I have another voice that I need to look back and see what it is. I know it's a Spanish voice. I told myself if I need to take a Spanish class, that I had to have like a Spanish sounding voice on the Braille Sense. So yes. Anyways, I'm gonna start from the beginning. My music class, when I registered, it was waitlisted. 15 people on the waitlist. I checked every day or every other day. When I saw that the number did not change, I moved it to like every other week. And by the time school started, the fucking number on there only went down to 14. 14, bruh. 14. Hold up. And let me see. I have like all these complete to-dos. Let me send something. So, waitlist. So I did not say anything to anyone at DSS. Because, you know, there's a high-tech center, you have to let the guy there know about your classes and everything if you're a DSS student. If you need, like for me, I need things in Braille, but and this is my mistake, I thought that the class would be mainly auditory. Now, I should have never thought that. I don't know. I just thought, oh, music, yay, auditory, fun, easy. And yes, it was easy. I think it was just like getting a hang of like the Braille music symbols where I hadn't like, you know, and I'm not a pro. Send email to. So, what was I gonna say? What am I trying to say? Oh yeah, I don't say anything. On top of that, my other classes, no before school email. No before school email, there's no, like, I didn't see anything from my other two professors, and I'm like, what? That's kind of weird, because typically the last 2 semesters I would get like emails before school, except for art history. Wait, I think art history, the emails that I got were like office hour signups, random ones, and it was like multiple. But anyways, I find out that there's a girl who I have not talked to in a long time, gonna be in my music class. I had a positive outlook at first, honestly, like I did, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. 2 blind girls, euphoria, you know, that kind of thing. And then the time comes, week 1, you know, I decided, okay, well, I had already decided since I saw the wait list. You're gonna go, you're gonna ask for an ad code or see what the professor can do to help you get off the wait list. People might drop. Sure enough, everything happened the way that I thought it would, and I was able to get off the wait list, start the class, even though I had to go to admissions for them to put in the ad code and add me to the class.
Speech. Current position. 11 minutes. 18 seconds. Done. Dim. Pause. Button. Pause. Waveform. Pause. Button.
Add change. Anyways. Week 1, well, you know, yeah, that was a little much. But, you know, things got sorted out. But I'm going to tell you what transpired between Tuesday and Friday. Turns out, I did not have the routes down. So I had to ask for the mobility instructor to return. We had to change a couple things as far as the routes, but you know, that is a story for like weeks 2 through 5, 6. Damn. But anyways, that's for later. Anyways, what I was saying, basically, like, from weeks...
Voice memos. Pop to 11:38 a.m. iPhone. To track position. Preview. Pause. Next. Airplane. X. Notification center. Rewind. 2 notifications. X. Group. Rewind. 15 seconds. Dim. Button. 2 notification. Play. Fast. Pause. Done. Dim. Done. Dim. Button. Speech off.
From weeks, you know, 2 to 6, there was, you know, that. We're going to talk about week 1 specifically, so you know what I mean. Week 1, you know, there was that. And then I was going to send an email to the DSS guy, but I wanted to be able to sit down and do it calmly. And, you know, there are some things that, you know, there was just a lot that I felt like I needed to kind of gather my thoughts. And I was also like, wait, is he really gonna do, you know, the music books for me? Or what? And, I mean, he ended up doing them. I want the rest of the pages, and I did kind of mention that to him, but, gonna have to remind him again. But anyways, I basically end up, what's the word? What is the word? I ended up running into him on Thursday. after my mom went to pick me up. And he's like, oh, you haven't sent me the email yet? And I was like, no, I was going to send it. And, my mom, you know, she did get upset. Because I told her that I'd sent it. But I was like, okay, I already have like too much going through my head. I already feel like she's way too involved right now. This is not fall 2024 euphoria. Like, this is too much. I'm already just out of it at this point. Because Tuesday, after music class, I guess you can say we kind of played catch up a little bit with this girl, and honestly, by the end of it, it felt a little uncomfortable, to say the least. It just was not, I don't know, it was just kind of weird. But at the time I was thinking, okay, stay positive. Because she sent me a link to the DSS accommodations form, which, mind you, I had already filled out the semester prior for like spring 2025. But I just went into my account, filled it out. I clicked the link from an email from disability support, got the forms, sent them. She'd also sent a recording for like I guess you can say a parody of Jingle Bells that we did in music class. So for that, I'm grateful. Okay, I am not going to sit around and say that, oh, I'm not. What happened on Thursday, though, because my mom did get upset, and then she started bringing up stuff that this girl had told her. And she's like, oh, she does this, she does that, because she mentioned, like, paratransit and stuff. And then she goes, oh, how old is this girl? And I kind of guesstimated, because I know we're, like, 3 years apart in age. And I tell her. And then she goes, she's 20 and she has more done than you. And she starts saying, oh, what if she's more equipped to be a TBI, because I saw her go up to a kid at the Braille Challenge and she saw them crying and she consoled them and she asked them if they needed help, and she's like, you did nothing. And I'm like, dude, I was not even aware. Like, I don't even remember this. I do not remember this. And she starts saying things about this girl. It went from why didn't you advocate sooner conversation to comparing me to this girl, or like making all these comparisons about us. And that is the reason why for the rest of the time in music class I put my distance between me and her. That is the reason. It felt uncomfortable. It felt just straight up, I couldn't do it. Being compared to someone, and I know she's gonna say she didn't do it, but she did. In 10th grade, I was with a mobility instructor. She was showing me a video of like, what was it? Somebody playing spoons. Because yes, spoons can be used as an instrument. Because I think it was after the cheek music thing, and then as one of our lessons, we ended up going to Goodwill, picking up some spoons. My mom went through my backpack. I can't remember why exactly. And she saw them, and then I explained what happened, and then she brings up this other girl from the Braille Challenge, much younger than me. Mind you, she had also been in elementary school with me. We had been in each other's proximity briefly before I left. And then she goes, this girl advocates more than you, and you let this stuff happen, and it's like, you said you were not in agreement with comparing, like making comparisons between people because you knew what it did to me. Keep that same energy for what you do. But of course you can't, right?
More actions. Wait form. 20 minutes. Current position. 20 minutes. 50 seconds. Speech off.
Of course you can't, and this is also another example of, week one. Of course you can't, do that. And then, like, on the next day, I get this, like, pathetic-ass email from her where she's like, oh, Juanita, I'm sorry, and whatever. I'm like, but I took it because any sort of acknowledgement, no matter how pathetic, was gonna mean something to me. So, yeah. I did end up explaining to her that, I was going to send the email. I did not tell her anything about the wait list beforehand, because I was like, I want to handle this on my own. I don't need her interfering. But yeah, week one, she decided to compare me to this girl. And these are things that happen behind closed doors that nobody really knows. And I just want to put it out there because I feel like, so people understand that she isn't all that perfect, okay? And then let me tell you. No, we're continuing. We're continuing, bitches. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Let me tell you something else. When I told her about, like, the San Ysidro campus, she goes, oh, that other girl's staying on the main campus, and you aren't, and it shows that you're giving up, and she wants to try to put in my face that, oh, she's staying on the main campus. And it's like, little idiot does not know that I've been on the San Ysidro campus before. I lied to you and told you that I only heard things from test proctoring about the different campuses. No, I have also been on San Ysidro campus. I just fucking lied to you. And you know what? I am proud to say that I hid that from her. I am fucking proud. Because you want to know something? I came back from that campus for weeks in one piece. So fuck her. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I fucking lied. I hid things from you. And don't even tell me, oh, be lucky that she's involved. I will admit, she saved my ass. But there are times where it's like she asks me questions where it's like, oh, what are you and your group members doing? It's like, I'm not in high school anymore. I'm not a baby. Like a certain someone who would allow this bullshit. There are a lot of things I don't tell her, but...
Speech on. Done. Done. Pause. Button. Speech off. Done. Button. Done. Button. Done. Pause. Button. Speech on. Done. Button. Pause. Button. Speech off.
Sorry, I had to pause. And I had to resume the recording after because she came over here. I'm gonna change, but I also I closed the door even though she was outside. Just
Speech on. Done. Pause. Button. Speech off.
her privacy. Um, it's like, it's bonkers. I mean, there are things where, yeah, she does have a point. I can agree with her when it comes to some things in personal life. I don't agree with her anymore when it comes to politics. I agree with her on having a plan, but there are a lot of things that I do not agree with. If I, like, yes, I did go to counseling, but I still have that little bit of hatred for some people from my elementary years. The person who said you would not amount to anything, yes, we had some good times, yes, she taught me Braille. But there are some things where I'm like, hello, pandemic? Where are you? Oh, you're not there. You know what? Don't come back. But it does hurt because it's like, me estoy cambiando. Me estoy cambiando. Oh. Something. I do not know how to edit things out. So yay me. But you know, there are times when my dad will be like, "Oh, have you talked to a certain student?" People that don't even talk to me. I only talked to this one girl because, you know, I had to ask her about like the financial algebra class. But let's face it, there's a history of me being a little weird in kindergarten. She and I really are not friends, and probably never were. Can we kind of clear that up? And I understand that now, which is why I deleted her number from my phone, and which is why I want as little contact as possible with these people. I did persist on trying to talk to certain people. I did persist on trying to be friends with certain people, and I regret that. I really do. I really, like, yo, you have no idea. I regret it. In 2023 was when I deleted her number. My dad kept asking, like, what are these people doing? Do you know? Do you know? Like, dude, some of us are not even friends. And then he's like, recently, oh, you guys need to unite. You guys need to, you know, when it comes to careers, not all of us are going down the same path. As far as me and these people, we don't like each other. So, yeah. Do we like each other? Actually, don't answer that. Don't answer that. I think I already know what the answer is, but yeah. We don't like each other. I don't like them, they don't like me. It's fine. But, like, what am I gonna talk to someone who's going into medical billing for? About college struggles? And that's it? And the rest is just gonna be, like, awkward? Because in reality, she and I are not friends. What am I gonna talk to someone that is going into computer programming for? okay, maybe a couple of Jaws tips or something, but in reality, it's like he will never acknowledge me. That whole sect of SoCal is dirty as fuck, in my opinion. This girl, if you are watching, I do not want to put your name out there, even though your name obviously pops up in like some of the older comments. I want to thank you for backing me up when you knew that I did not create those group chats. I mean, when I told you, like, yo, this other girl said I created them, but I did not. I also want to thank you for sending me those links and the recording, and also, like, for the comments as well, when you told me, like, you know, the harmonies on some of your, like, songs, like, they sound a bit louder than they should, and also, like, the volume of the soundtrack, you know, or try to, like, sync your vocals with that. And now I always try to make that a bit more of a priority, and I'm like noticing if ever something like sounds a little off. I'm like, oh shit, okay, let me just move these buttons that I never thought I had to move, and then all of a sudden, you know, bro, with like the updates that come with Veloco, I'm like, okay, this is the new stuff I need to play with. And so I really do want to thank you for that, you know, for letting me know, like, what exactly, like, you've noticed. And then high school, like 11th and 12th grade, well, the pandemic part of my 11th grade, and then 12th grade when we were all, like, distance learning. And that was honestly a time where I feel like things couldn't have gotten more better for me than, you know, that was a time when, yes, I might have sucked up to people, kissed ass, or joined a group to join, and, you know, I got the feeling of belonging, and, you know, after years of feeling like I was, like, outcasted, and it's like, but in reality, let's face it, like, I am not, that door's closed. I am still that girl that they probably think will not, like, you know, because the head bitch said I would not amount to anything other than washing dishes and making beds, and they still get a thrill about making comparisons about what other students do, and I am not exactly everyone's favorite, and I don't plan on being it, and I will do things for me, but I will not do things to be your favorite. And I think some of you need to understand that right now. And I think some of you do. Some of you don't. I don't care. The point is, let me shift gears. And talk about things that we normally agree on. Some personal life things, you know, having a plan. You know, I have the basics of one. She thinks it's nothing, but I have the basics. I just need to make a couple calls and ask a couple people some questions and whatnot. Now she's also questioned. Okay, so things that we do not agree on. Politics, not anymore. How I should feel about certain people. I have my own feelings. About certain people. She has her feelings about certain people. Do I need to lose some of the fluff? Yeah. I agree with her on that, but I don't agree with her on politics, on how I should feel about certain people, constantly questioning whether or not I should change my career. Like, I already have enough self-doubt already as I go through, like, each semester, and then I get all these teachers are quitting videos, but it's like, I already know that I do not want to teach general ed, like a general ed class. I would just, my own TVI world. Like an actual gen ed classroom teacher, I could not. After a lot of videos that I've seen online, like, I could not. And it's like, I don't want to, like, judge anyone's decisions here, but I do not want to be a casualty. That's one of the things that I was thinking, is like, I don't want to be a casualty. That's how I see it. As, like, mean as it might sound, like, I really, and I should probably reword this, but it's like, I don't have another word for it. I understand why some people quit. Nah, she's like, get a job in the court as, like, a court reporter. My cousin was the one that wanted to do that but couldn't, because, like, his personal life didn't really allow for him to do that, and then his career, he was already in the middle of, like, becoming a police officer, so he could not really adjust for that. It's like, do you want him to vicariously live through me? Let me just keep that as a last resort. Although I would hope that I would not need it. It's like, okay, I understand. She's like, you'd get good insurance through the state as a court reporter. How do you know? You aren't one of those, is it called stenographer? Hold up, let me see. Is my braille sense on? Hey, yo, I turn it all the way off. I'm gonna look it up. Because the healthcare shit is also kind of nuts. My brother is now 26. And he got, like, a shitty healthcare package through his employer that only covers, like, 45% of healthcare costs. And considering that he's a diabetic, that does not necessarily work. And unlike my parents, I am really starting to see what AOC and a lot of other people are saying about healthcare for all. Like, dude, even if you work, like, your healthcare should be covered. That's my own twist on it. I think, well, I need to look up more about the healthcare for all thing, but, like, yo. Like, some of us do need this stuff. Some of us are there are quite a few of us that are, like, taking the steps to, like, better ourselves. Maybe more than what MAGA wants you to believe, but, like, yeah, I am honestly starting to see like the healthcare for all thing, but my parents don't. It's fine. Just let me break away from them so I can vote how I want. That is another story. That is another story. I'm gonna tell you guys this. For anyone from my college, for anyone from DSS who has interacted with my mom, do not be fooled. I know she agreed with you when you guys had a discussion about like the embossers and how like tariffs impact some of these machines that are made in other countries. She nodded along to you and she yes sir'd you and whatnot. She does not agree with you. She plays along in 2022 whenever she was in the store. She would talk to people if they complained about Trump. She would talk to them and she would explain all the reasons why she liked him, and then she would tell them to do their research. And it's like, not everyone's research leads to your conclusions, but okay. We can do that. She said that she stopped, but yeah, don't be fooled. And you have a conversation with her, just maybe stay away from that kind of stuff. Or try to. If I got more, I got more.
Jamayo DRH, 11:24 a.m. Duration, 42 minutes. 11. Playback settings. Button. More action. Waveform. Current position, 42 minutes. 14 seconds. Passcode field. 0 of 6 values entered. Secure text field. Voice memos. Pause. Button. 12:08. Sunday, November 16th. Sunday, November 16th. Show notification. AirPlay audio. Button. Next track. Dim. Pause. Button. Passcode field. 0 of 6 values entered. Secure text field. Files. Double. Tip. Utilities folder. 4 apps. Opening utilities folder. Utilities. Utility. Voice memos. Double tap. Voice memo. Pause. Button. Pause. Button. Pause. Waveform. Pause. Pause. Button. Waveform. 42 minutes. 49 seconds. Duration. 42 minutes. 51 seconds. Waveform. Duration. 42 minutes. 54 seconds. Waveform. Pause. Button.
Okay.
Speech off.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Do you get good insurance through the state as a court reporter? And then it's like, okay, judges, lawyers, if a case does not go well for someone, I believe I heard like they can be under threat. I think jurors, you have to go through the process a certain way so you're not under threat. And I think even then, like, there's a safety risk. It's like, would that be a safety risk for me as like a court reporter? Like, she criticizes my friend for wanting to be a substance abuse counselor, and then she's telling me to go throw myself out there in the wolves as a court reporter, and I'm like, I don't know. You watch, like, for example, Lincoln Lawyer, where Mickey Holler gets beat up. I was like, yeah, no thank you. No. That already scared me. Like, I'm gonna use that as my last resort. Court reporter, or whatever that's called. Like the ones who take notes during trials. If I do, my brother better be ready to be my part-time bodyguard. He better be ready to be my part-time bodyguard, or I ain't. Well, I could always carry a BB gun. Okay, for legal reasons, that is a joke. I'm not gonna go around carrying a BB gun. I already found out for the college that I go to, you cannot carry around pepper spray. And the reason that we looked into that is because the part of the area for my route to child development is kind of isolated. Not a lot of foot traffic, just not a lot of people. And we were talking about pepper spray, possibly getting pepper spray, and that is a no. I'm not allowed to carry it. Because I think her fear is that I could get assaulted, which, I mean, I would understand. And what she does not know is that there was an assault on campus in 2024. Not 2024, spring 2025. I got the emails for it, but I'm not going to tell her because, you know, she would probably be like, you're done. Your time walking alone on campus is over. Or I feel like my dad would be more extreme. He would probably say that. You know, there are a lot of things that they do not know, and it's probably for the best. They want their feelings and their worries to always be taken into consideration, but mine sometimes don't matter. Like when I was going to OCB or when I was about to go, I had my own worries and my own fears surrounding what they said. I came back in one piece. And now it's, again, their worries, their fears. I held back when I was applying to OCB. Like, I held back when it came to my fears. And there were a couple times where I showed that I was scared, but I remember my dad was like, no, you decided to go. And it's like, it's not that I don't want to go. It's, I'm scared. A lot of the things that they said, you know. And it's like, let them think that they're the only ones that worry, because it seems like their emotions and their feelings and their wants and their needs when it comes to these things are taken more seriously than mine. Let them roll with the bullshit. I'm done. There's no reason to explain to people that don't care about your feelings what those feelings are, because it's just gonna get ignored. They don't realize that I'm scared. I did tell my mom yesterday that I know that each state varies when it comes to teaching licenses. I would not go, from California to Texas, because she asked me like, oh, if there was a job in another state, would you go? I would try to stick to working here, because if I were to, get my teaching license here, get all the credentials here, I would not want to toss it all, go to Texas, for example, and get a license there. That's not for me. Don't even talk to me about that. This is where I grew up. This is where I would want to stay. Also, Texas has a shitty governor, so no. Unless you get me to the 30th district, then yeah. But actually, no. No, point blank, period. Not for me.
Duration, 49 minutes, 18 seconds. Playback settings. Duration. 8 notifications. X. Group. Now. Susie Rizzio reposted. At Danny. 7902135. Nuremberg 2.0. Passcode field. 0 of 6 values entered. Secure voice memos. Utilities. Voice memos. Double tap to open. Voice. Sheet grabber. Button. Chimayo DR18. Duration. 49 minutes. 39 seconds. Chimayo D. Duration. 49 minutes. 41 seconds. Pause. Button.
there are things about like her cooking that I can say, oh, I vibe with this. But can we get real here? Like there are times where she If you want me to get into the story about why she denounced regular Bride, I will. That's funny as fuck.
Waveform, 50 minutes. Duration, 50 minutes,
Wow,
42 seconds.
Let me actually pause.
Pause, button.
And yeah, we're done. Boy.